You know what is kind of hilarious and kind of validating at the same time? Science actually suggests that laziness might be the root of higher intelligence. And before that sounds wrong, this is not about glorifying doing nothing. It is about what happens in your brain when you are not constantly busy or in motion. Here is the idea. People who get labeled as lazy are often less likely to feel bored, and because of that, they spend more time thinking, absorbing new knowledge, and letting their mind go deeper. Meanwhile, super hardworking people can be so busy with day-to-day tasks that they rarely get that quiet mental space where real thinking actually happens. If you have ever ended a packed day feeling productive but strangely mentally empty, you probably know this feeling. A study published in August 2025 found that more intelligent people tend to spend more time being idle. The researchers explained it like this. People with higher IQs are harder to bore, so when they are not physically active, their minds stay engaged. They have more time to think, reflect, replay conversations, connect ideas, and basically live in their head without needing constant external stimulation. If you are the type who can sit there doing nothing while your brain still runs nonstop, this might feel a little too accurate. On the flip side, people who are very active and hardworking tend to get bored faster. When there's nothing happening, they feel restless, so they turn to physical movement and hands-on activity to spark their thinking and fill the empty space. If you are the kind of person who cannot sit still without cleaning, organizing, or finding something to do, it is not always discipline. Sometimes boredom just hits harder, and you are trying to outrun it. For some people, laziness is not a lack of drive. It is a lack of motivation for things that feel meaningless. Their brain does not get excited by busy work, repetition, or tasks that do not lead anywhere interesting. So instead of moving nonstop, they slow down, they pause, they think. If you have ever been called lazy simply because you refuse to rush into things that did not make sense to you, this might be why. Your mind may just be wired to conserve energy for ideas, not motion. To test this, researchers at Florida State University ran a classic experiment with a group of college students. The students first rated statements like, "I enjoy tasks that require coming up with new solutions," and "I only think as much as I can," based on how much they agreed. After collecting the answers, the researchers sorted them into two groups using two main criteria: people who think a lot and people who think less. They selected 30 heavy thinkers and 30 lighter thinkers, and then gave everyone a motion tracking device. The device was worn for 1 week and measured how physically active each person was. The results were not shocking. The heavy thinkers moved significantly less than the group that thought less. Researchers again suggested that people who think less get bored more easily, so they rely on activity to escape boredom. Meanwhile, people labeled as lazy tend to feel bored less often, but they also avoid physical exertion. As a result, they spend a larger chunk of their time doing mental work instead of physical work. Less boredom plus less desire to move often turns into more time spent thinking. Now, let me make this personal for a second. Do you get bored quickly when you have nothing to do? When boredom hits, what do you usually do next? Do you grab your phone, pace around, start doing chores, or find any task just to feel occupied? Or can you sit still while your mind stays busy? According to this study, those reactions might say more than we expect. But it is not all flattering. There is a downside, and it matters. One weakness of intelligent but inactive people is what it can do to their health over time. Low physical activity has real consequences. McElroy, a representative of the research team, pointed out that highly intelligent people who move less are not doing themselves any favors. There is also another reason researchers raised for why hardworking, highly active people move so much. It is not always passion. Sometimes it is a loop. Wake up, do a long list of tasks, go to sleep, repeat. In that cycle, there is little space left for thinking or expanding knowledge. People labeled as lazy often have more room to take in information and ideas. Still, this study should be taken as a reference. It involved a relatively small group, so it does not automatically apply to everyone. But the idea sticks. Bill Gates once said that he chooses lazy people to do hard jobs because they will find the easiest way to get them done. So sometimes, laziness is not just a flaw. Sometimes, it comes with an advantage. If this made you feel seen, whether you are the one who lives in your head or the one stuck in constant motion, you are not alone. Stay with the channel if you want more psychology and science explained in a way that actually feels human.